Group of Indiana state pension funds and a dozen other parties. Speaking of which, for more on what we can expect today, let's go directly down to Lower Manhattan to our own Adam Shapiro, who's standing outside the U.S. Court of Appeals. And Adam, I'm not sure it's quite Al Pacino style, but it seems like it's getting pretty close.
Yeah, it could be close, but you know the lawyers for the Indiana State Treasurer, Richard Murdoch, are going to be arguing on behalf of 100,000 Indiana pensioners, police officers as well as teachers, that the sale to fiat violates all kinds of bankruptcy law as well as the TARP law, the law which created the Troubled Asset Relief Program. That's the argument they're going to make in court. First, that senior secured lenders, like the pensioners, are being given a secondary position in this bankruptcy, which is counter to bankruptcy law. Second, that the TARP was originally created to help financial institutions, not automobile companies, and that's a violation of the Troubled Asset Relief Program that was set up last year. And that third, this is just a deal that is not good for the U.S. taxpayers. That's the argument they're going to make in court. Now, that argument lost. They didn't gain any ground with that argument when they presented it to Judge Arthur Gonzalez at the bankruptcy court. They've also argued that this was a private plan agreed to before, they called it a sub rosa plan, before Chrysler filed for bankruptcy, but again, Arthur Gonzalez said, no, that's just not the case. So that's what the appellate panel is going to hear, the three judges on the appellate court. They're also going to be considering Chrysler's motion to certify the sale. If that happens, if the Indiana pensioners lose and Chrysler wins and the sale is certified, you can expect that sale to close almost immediately because Chrysler says it has to close the deal with Fiat by the 15th of June, or else Fiat has the option to walk away from the table, and worse, it walks away with $35 million from Chrysler as a penalty for failing to close the deal. So there's a lot riding on this decision today, Alexis. One other thing in regards to that Hummer sale and the report that the Chinese are making perhaps a problem as to closing that deal because Hummers aren't fuel efficient. Hummer dealers will tell you that the H3, which is the smaller Hummer, it's built on the Chevy Colorado platform, they'll tell you it gets better gas mileage on the highway than some of the import SUVs like the Lexus. So that's an argument that they're probably ready to fight. Back to you.
All right, Adam, I was just going to ask you about that. I appreciate it.